Also, under his home. He's out back. I'm looking at him. Get the kill series.
Counter-terrorist.
I don't see you, boy.
Right, all right.
My back?
Well, I actually got no blue on it. Yellow.
Yo, am I back?
It has no blue on it, but wait.
Welcome
Watch when
back.
you spectating and it's like.
Anybody need a drop? Anybody need a drop?
Hey, what? I didn't really hear what you said.
I need somebody to drop kick me into my grave.
You see the blue on the leg. Like, not in your hand, but like in my hand. It's actually funny. Like, it's like has like a blue gem effect.
No, my ping is still like 100 and still spiking. My ping is still spiking massively.
Flashbang.
That was just the best. Nah, no way he flick-headed me like that on the spray.
Throwing flashbang.
Throwing flashbang. Deploying smoke shield.
Cover me. I got you.
Working on it.
Bro, you're a legend. You're a legend. I think it's the good. You're a legend.
Alright, my bit. Alright, now the bot's connected. Bot is down too. Now it's back up.
Alright, now report him. He's clearly cheating. I'm just
I got you on the 4-4.
Man, that's nuts, dude. No, so I think it's out of my internet service provider level. I really do.
nice.
It's behaving like a clogged pipe. It really is.
Throwing fire.
I don't know. Maybe it's on the server side. Actually, now it seems to be a little bit better. Actually, now that I restarted both of those, maybe I did just need to reconnect on my end. Hopefully that fixed it. I'm still at 95 ping. I'm still at 95 ping, but at least it's not like in 1,000 or anything.
Outside.
Watch heaven.
Two outside. Going to outside.
Somebody watch
Probably
heaven. I got
outside,
missed.
Baby.
I thought somebody was watching that.
Flashbang.
I was having, I died.
Riding fence. That's hilarious.
Counter-terrorist win. Nice.
Nice monkey.
These fellas are gonna regret waking up this morning.
Deploying smoke shield.
Grenade out. Throwing fire. Laying down smoke.
We're outside.
Could be another lobster.
Counter-terrorists win. There you go.
All right, I'll take it for frickin' me being out most of it. Now we got this.
Hopefully the internet's reset, so that's good.
Yellow, you gotta turn up your mic, bro.
Ain't nothing I could do about it. Zero. There's really nothing I can do about it.
It literally sounded better right there.
I don't know what I did.
Come on, let's go. Switch station.
Dude, this guy sounds like...
What's the flag? Outside.
Yellow, your mic is way too loud.
Slow. Aim and slow. That's fine.
that twin tower. Low.
I'm planted. Bomb has been planted.
Ramp. I heard ramp.
Oh, now my ping's up over 100 again.
Kill that sugar fag.
Oh. Oh.
Terrorists win.
Just got a big body dog that
Yeah, how did Biden's speech go?
Hated Obama,
1927 ethos. How did Biden's speech go? Let's hear your take on it. I haven't seen it yet, and I won't watch it unless I want to fall asleep.
I'm taking the bomb ramp and you can't stop me.
All right, but do you want to go slow though, or
Yeah, we'll get
Deploying smoke shield.
slow? Oh, wow, nice job. Okay, all right. Oh,
Damn it, there's two there.
yeah, there's two.
oh, that Gucci guy. That Gucci guy plays ramp. We got to avoid ramp then.
What?
All right, we got to go straight out A hut. Straight out A hut, right onto A. That's the play here. Armor up, Tech 9, armor up, Tech 9, everybody out A hut. If that Gucci guy is playing ramp, we'll be fine. If 5-man out hut, we'll overtake it. Quick plant, we'll be fine.
Let's go. Grenade out. Flashbang out.
Why are you going ramp?
That Gucci guy.
Why did we send 2 people ramp?
I had it, and then I have two coming in.
Why did we have 2 people ramp? Wow.
Like you're coming there with a pistol, bro. Don't push with me. Just stay back.
Literally,
I needed all the room I could get.
Literally 2 people went frickin' ramp and got killed by Gucci. Look at that, 3K from Gucci.
Yeah, the reason my fucking body is because I got body blocked. If you're gonna go and you don't have a fucking gun, stay back.
No, I'm with the prime for 59 months. Thank you, no, I appreciate the primer.
Flashbang.
Shit, there's 2 garage. Wow, auto garage.
Heaven.
Shit, went outside. Auto and out garage. Going ramp.
Planted. Bomb has been planted.
Last one.
Last one's ramp.
Last one's high.
Close it.
He got out or auto.
He's high.
It's ramp. It's ramp. Yeah, but there's the auto.
He has to push it.
hostile.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, so he had an auto, that's why I got one taps when I jumped across towards the wall bang. Kill yourself.
I watched what she said. I'm not convinced he wasn't wrongly to... Okay, so what's your argument then? Like, you can't just say, "Oh, I don't get it. I'm not convinced." It's like, dude, that's all. Like, there is. What do you mean? Like, what's your art? Like, what do you point? Otherwise, you're just totally unreasonable.
I'm throwing a flashback. The guy's out. Activating the bomb. Bomb has been planted. Throwing fire. Let's throw the grenade.
Wow, Gucci.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win. Let's go. Rip into it.
How long is the 9/0 opinion? I haven't read it yet. How long is it? No. We're toast, man. How are we winning right now? 4 pages? Okay, okay.
Counter-terrorists win.
Wah, wah.
This thing doesn't really want to work.
Go get that money.
Throwing flashbang.
I literally, yeah, it's literally 4 pages and this thing won't load it, so. The Steam browser sucks. The Steam browser sucks that bad. Or the Supreme Court website
Maybe
sucks
without-
that bad, probably both.
I planted the bomb.
I did drop off tax docs today on a busy day at my area's largest post office. They had 2 front clerks in a line, 200 people deep. When I got in the front line, I said, "This is why Doge wants to end this waste." Yeah, the one thing they're actually supposed to do, they can't do well. Can't believe 71 out here, man. We got a massive amount of sun today. Do you guys want to do a lobby hold? Like everybody sit lobby. Let's do a lobby hold.
I'm with you.
Until 20 seconds left, and then at 20 seconds left, we'll like all go somewhere. But they'll try to push us. Watch, they'll try to push us.
Time to move, knuckleheads.
I hold ramp. I push ramp. Don't go, don't.
There's 2 ramp.
Wait him out. Wait him out. Wait him out.
Everyone hold the base.
Grenade.
One with an op out there. Fat girl. Fat girl.
Ramp push.
Wow, you guys suck.
You telling us we suck?
Counter-terrorists win.
Bro, I
Brian,
have
what are you talking about?
1,000 ping.
Yeah, so do I. I still have 17, 18.
No, you have 61 ping.
No, I just fixed it right now. I was getting like 600 the whole.
Where is this server located? Is this server in like fucking South America or what?
It's in a basement somewhere in Beijing.
Flashbang out. Molotov out.
Excuse my language, sorry. I gotta stop swearing so much.
Throwing flashbang.
Did not mean to say that. No.
Behind you.
Counter-terrorists win.
Oh, that's pretty dang funny though. Oh, that's pretty dang funny though.
Together we can do it. Flashbang out. Throwing a grenade.
These guys are walling.
Yeah, I think they're cheating too.
But these guys.
Dive inside and
Counter-terrorists win.
Aww. He's not changing, but he's walking around with a Zeus going straight to you. Aww.
Yeah, really. Yeah, really. Walking around with the Zeus going. There's a obvious hack. Dude, F this game, man. Holy cow. Oh, what a complete and utter joke. Oh man. Wait, is this a different one? Yeah, this is a different one. Yeah, my bit rate's kind of going up and down. I think it's freaking the cable internet. I don't know. Here, let me see. Let me show you. Speed test. You can I'll just do the Google one for the hell of it. I did the Ookla one. I did the Ookla one earlier, but you can do this one. That's dog crap down. Look at that. 100 megabytes. This is horrible, dude. Latency, 16 milliseconds, though. And my bit rate's jumping all over the place. Interestingly, I'm not dropping any frames, though. Man, what a terrible joke cs2 has become. Could you believe that? Could you believe that? Oh, here, let me read this opinion really quick, I guess. On application to vacate injunction entered by United States District Court for the District of Mania. Okay, so this is an application. What this means is this is an application to vacate the injunction to overturn. So this is the Trump administration. This is the Trump administration's application. So one thing you can immediately go down there and say, oh, statement of Sotomayor. What's... Oh, so no, it's not 4 pages. It's literally a page and a half, dude. It's not 4 pages. It's literally a page and a half. Okay, on March 15th, 2025, the United States removed Kilmar Garcia from the U.S. to El Salvador, where he is currently detained in CCOT. The United States acknowledges that Garcia was subject to a withholding order forbidding his removal to El Salvador, and that the removal to El Salvador was therefore illegal. Yeah, they took that back though. That's no longer true. At what like that's not ideal that you had that happen, that this had this rogue lawyer that actually did that. The United States represents that the removal to El Salvador was the result of an administrative error. The United States alleges, however, that Garcia has been found to be a member of the gang MS-13, a designated foreign terrorist organization, and that his return to the United States would pose a threat to the public. Garcia responds that he is not a member of MS-13, that he has lived safely in the United States with his family for a decade and has never been charged with a crime. On Friday, April 4th, U.S. District Court for the District of Maryland entered an order directing the government to facilitate and effectuate the return of Abrego Garcia to the U.S. by no later than 11:59 p.m. on Monday, April 7th. On the morning of April 7th, the United States filed this application to vacate the district court's order. The Chief Justice entered an administrative stay and subsequently referred the application to the court. The application is granted in part and denied in part, subject to the direction of this order. Due to the administrative stay issued by the Chief Justice, the deadline imposed by the district court has now passed. To that extent, the government's emergency application is effectively granted in part, and the deadline is the challenged order is no longer effective. The rest of the district court's order remains in effect but requires clarification on remand. So in other words, this the whole point of the thing is, in other words, the main order, the main part of the order, the main effective part of the order, which was to facilitate and effectuate the return of Albrego by 11:59 p.m. on Monday, April 7th, was totally vacated by the Chief Justice. The deadline passed, and so the main part of the order is totally vacated and gone. So whatever's left of the order after that is very limited to, I'm assuming. The order requires the government to facilitate Garcia's release from custody in El Salvador and to ensure that his case is handled as it would have been had he not been improperly sent to El Salvador. The intended scope of the term effectuate in the district court's order is, however, unclear and may exceed the district court's authority. The district court should clarify its directive with due regard for the deference owed to the executive branch in the conduct of foreign affairs. The intended scope of the term effectuate in the district court's order is, however, unclear and may exceed the district court's authority. In other words, the Supreme Court is saying 9-0 that this district court totally exceeded its authority. This district court does not have the power to order the president to do anything in foreign affairs. That's outrageous to think that a single outrageous Obama judge like this has the ability to order the president around in conduct of foreign affairs. F no. And that's what 9-0 the Supreme Court reversed that. This is totally a win. I don't know what you're talking about, leftist Democrats out there. Like, give me a break. This is a huge win for Trump. I haven't even read this before. I had no idea. The district court should clarify its directive with due regard for the deference owed to the executive branch in the conduct of foreign affairs. For its part, the government should be prepared to share what it can concerning the steps it has taken and the prospect of further steps. The order is entered by the Chief Justice is vacated. They can share what it can. Yeah, guess what? They can't share very much. And all the Supreme Court said is they should be prepared to share what they can. Well, we can't share much. And it's like, dude... And it is a problem that they said I'm assuming now this is now 5 days old. I'm assuming this order is basically this order is basically old news at this point. I'm assuming they filed something in the district court saying no, it was not an administrative error. That was this lawyer that was out of line and got fired. He was never authorized to say that in this filing. This stuff is happening all the time. Thank you, guest. Let's sew that up. The intended scope of the term effectuate. We'll throw that up. The thing about it is, though, is I feel like I need to adjust my mic and oh, nice. Num's got one too. Thank you, Num. Thank you, Num. Yeah, I can't believe I wasn't even toggling these for clips. You guys nailed them. Thank you. Nice. That's good. These are great clips. These are great clips because they have the actual order up too. Sweet. Thank you, guys. It's not ideal that this rogue lawyer did that and now they have to go in and say, oh, no, we take that back. It was an administrative error. So I would want to, let's see what the latest news is. Let's just see what the mainstream the tactics Elon Musk uses to manage his legion of babies and their mothers. Dude, what the frick, man? Harem drama. All right, let's see what this says. Trump admin is setting up the biggest test yet of judges' authority to rein in its actions as it skirts court's orders that it facilitate the return of a migrant deported in air to a Salvadoran maximum security prison. Again, the White House is saying they're no longer saying it's deported in air. Oh, nice. You got another one. Oh, allow comments, allow duet, allow stitch. Oh, shoot. Okay. Show this reel on Instagram feed. Yes, share to Instagram. Thank you, guys. Keep them coming, man. Keep those clips coming because those clips are going up on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Tensions escalated Tuesday in a federal court hearing in Greenbelt, Maryland, where a federal judge expressed frustration at how little had been done to help bring back the migrant, despite a series of orders, including from the Supreme Court, to facilitate his return. To date, what the record shows is nothing has been done, said U.S. District Judge Paul Zenas. Like, dude, it doesn't make sense that this is all based on this alleged admission that, like, they're now trying to take back. An Obama appointee has vowed to get to the bottom of what steps the Trump administration has taken to arrange for Garcia's return to the U.S. and whether the government is acting in good faith. The judge ordered expedited discovery over the next 2 weeks into whether the government is abiding by her order, including by requiring the Trump administration to produce docs and have officials sit for questioning. Are you flipping kidding? That's absurd. That's not happening. That will not happen. Unbelievable, dude. Who do these, like, this is crazy. Tuesday's hearing is the latest in a series of moves that have brought the administration to the brink of a clash with the judicial branch over whether it's complying with court orders. While some lower court judges have pushed back, it may ultimately be up to the Supreme Court to decide where to draw the line. An issue in Tuesday's hearing was an order by the judge the government facilitate Garcia's return. Yeah, which we interpreted, okay, facilitate him. That means if El Salvador wants to return him, we'll help him come back. But guess what? El Salvador doesn't want to return him. So guess what? He's not coming back. There, we did facilitate him. He's still not coming back. Justice Department lawyer argued that the term as used in the immigration context means to remove U.S. side barriers to securing a person's return. The characterization flies in the face of the plain meaning of the word, which she said isn't limited to removing domestic obstacles. The Supreme last week upheld the judge's authority to issue the order regarding Garcia's return, but the justices added a pointed caveat, telling the lower court to proceed with due regard for the deference owed to the executive branch in the conduct of foreign affairs. The district judge is walking a fine line. Pressed too hard and she risks triggering a constitutional showdown with the Trump administration without clear ability to compel its compliance, legal experts say. Yeah, this district judge needs to back the way the F off. Altair, what's up? Oh, we're still on Counter-Strike. I might as well switch to just chatting here. You often see defendants dragging their feet and slow to comply, but open defiance by federal officials is extraordinarily rare. Well, yeah, so is an out-of-control judge like this. That's also extraordinarily rare, Professor Emeritus. The Justice Department says the courts lack the authority to interfere with U.S. foreign affairs and to force the admin to lean on El Salvador to secure Garcia's release. Leaders of neither country have signaled interest in cooperating. How can I smuggle a terrorist into the U.S.? El Salvador President Bukele said during a Monday meeting with Trump in the Oval Office. Pam Bondi said at the meeting that El Salvador called the shots. That's not up to us. Whoa! Woo! Politics streams. You know it, Altair. You know it. The foreign dimension to the Garcia case adds its own complexity. Courts have never been effective or comfortable in trying to police things occurring outside our sovereign control. This does not mean that the Trump administration's actions are lawful. Lawyers for Garcia. Thank you, Altair. Glad you're excited for the politics stream. Let's go. Lawyers for Garcia have asked a judge consider holding federal agencies officials in contempt. They've asked the judge to order Trump administration to produce witnesses from the State Department, Justice Department, and DHS who can testify about what steps, if any, the government has taken to facilitate Garcia's return, and whether it has asked officials at the prison to release him. Garcia came. No, they haven't asked El Salvador to release him because guess what? The district court can't order us to do foreign affairs. Facilitate means remove domestic barriers. It's not that hard. And we have. If El Salvador wanted to send him back, we'd take him back. But the problem is, guess what? They don't want to send him back. Nice. Nice. Thank you, guest. Let's throw this one up. By the way, like I can share as many clips on YouTube, I believe, but TikTok actually TikTok actually shut me down and said I shared too many or I was at my limit. All right, guys. Thank you for those. I shared those. Look at this. Garcia came to the U.S. without authorization from El Salvador when he was a teenager. In 2019, an immigration judge forbade the government from returning him to the country after finding he faced threats from a gang there. He has never been charged with the crime. He came here illegally. So the Wall Street Journal even admits he came here illegally. He's an illegal alien. He needs to go home. It's not that hard. Even Wall Street Journal admits this guy's here illegally. Yeah, Noah, the right thing is that he stays in El Salvador. What are you talking about, Noah? Do the right thing. He's from El Salvador. He's an illegal alien. What are you talking about? Do the right thing. He's at home now. He's back in his home country now. That is the right thing. We can't, Altair. We can't tell El Salvador to send us back El Salvador citizens that were illegally here in the first place. He's under El Salvador's control now. Thank you, guys. Let's get it up. Look at this. Share. Check this out. Share. YouTube. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's a terrible layout edit, though. Because this is not even on me. Fixed it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Share to YouTube, share to TikTok, allow duet, allow stitch, allow comments, post to TikTok, share to Instagram, post it to my feed, share to Instagram. Just like that, I've got clips going up. What? I was,
Americans are wondering why their tax dollars are going to these universities when they are not only indoctrinating our nation's students, but also allowing such egregious illegal behavior to occur.
To follow up on immigration, deporting American citizens.
Oh, nice, guess you got another one. Thank you. How's your vertical edit on this one? Garbage. What's wrong with your vertical edits, my man?
To Central American prisons. Is it legal, or do you need to change the law to do it?
Well, it's another question that the president has raised. It's a legal question that the president is looking into. And he talked about this yesterday when with his meeting with President Bukele in the Oval Office. He would only consider this, if legal, for Americans who are the most violent, egregious, repeat offenders of crime, who nobody in this room wants living in their communities.
And then there's this CHNV thing. President Biden let more than 530,000 people from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, Venezuela into the U.S. with this CHNV program. He did it with the stroke of a pen. And now a judge will not let President Trump undo it with the stroke of a pen. So are you guys going to give all 530,000 plus people individual deportation hearings, or are you just going to try to deport them?
I spoke to White House counsel's office about this morning, because obviously another rogue district court judge is trying to block the administration's mass deportation efforts with this latest injunction. We will fight this in the court of law, and we will ensure that every individual who was who illegally entered our country and was really taken advantage of by the previous administration, because they abused the parole system in this country to fast track legal
I'll be
status,
listening though. I'll be
said,
listening to this on my phone
for these illegal immigrants, and they completely abused our legal system. Many of these paroled individuals were then given temporary protected status, which the intention of that TPS was only supposed to be used in times of war or storm or destruction in the home countries of these migrants. It was completely abused. These migrants came here for economic reasons, and they illegally entered our country, and the president is not going to tolerate that. And so we will continue to focus on deporting as many individuals as we can. Jennifer.
One on tariffs and one on Russia. Can you give us any sort of an update on which deals are in hand or are close? Which countries are reaching a deal on tariffs? And then on Russia, can you give us an update on what the agreement was with Russia? The president yesterday said that he thinks we'll be seeing some very good deals very soon. Can you talk a little bit about what Russia agreed to?
Sure. I don't want to get ahead of our United States Trade Ambassador and Secretary of Commerce, the Secretary of Treasury, all the great individuals who are working incredibly hard to cut these good trade deals. And the president's deeply involved in this as well. He has made it clear to his trade team he wants to personally sign off on all of these deals too. And so I don't want to get ahead of them on announcements, but obviously, as you've heard from numerous administration officials, there have been many talks with countries. We've had more than 15 deals, pieces of paper put on the table, proposals that are actively being considered. And as we've said consistently, more than 75 countries have reached out. So there's a lot of work to do. We very much understand that, but we do believe that we can announce some deals very soon.
And then on Russia, can you say, did Russia agree to anything with Special Envoy Steve Witkoff?
I don't want to get ahead of those negotiations as well. What I can tell you is that they were a productive conversation was had as the press.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to actually cook myself some food, guys. So I'm going to end the stream. Thank you guys for being here. I'm going to cook myself some dinner. Unfortunately, I got to cook myself dinner tonight. Which is cool. But I'll be back on in a little bit. Peace.